Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. It is a damp one. A damp one. Alright, so, Exhibit A. For some of your questions. First off, yeah, I'm going to go do some shoveling. Second off, no, this vehicle I would not even attempt to tow the silver pellet with. It's number one, I don't have the towing bars, which if you ever tried to tow a car without towing bars, it's even with a 50-foot strap, it's kind of scary. Ask me how I know. Just ask me how I know. No, there's something. Oh, geez. Back the truck went down or something. No, I read, you guys might not realize it, but I do read all your comments, right? Every one of them. Every single troll comment I get, I read. You guys know who you are. And, you know, I enjoy them, and I always give you a thumbs up when I read it. So whether it's a good comment, bad comment, doesn't matter. I always give people a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithms too, right? So make sure you always give a like to the comments as well as the video, you know. Yeah, that's my shameless plug. But interesting combination. No, I do have the back brakes priced out already. Okay, it's the brake line. Well, if I have to get a master cylinder, I don't think I do, but if I do, you know, like, because I don't know where it broke. And like one of my commenters said, you know who you are, like working on stuff in this kind of weather is almost impossible, right? But what I'm going to do is if I get a mild day, I'm just going to jack the silver pellet up just to see if it's the caliper or the brake line. If I'm lucky, it's just the caliper, because then it's about 150 bucks for calipers. I can do that job myself, although it's an extreme pain in the ass. I guess everybody's going to be doing snow shoveling today. I see Jason out there. It's like I want to do the whole thing, right? So I want to price out what it's going to cost. I'm thinking it's going to cost around $2,000. But if I can get away with it, that's labor and all. But if they say like, no, labor and all is like 3,000 bucks. You think of the vehicle I could buy for $3,000. That's the vehicle I bought for 400 bucks, right? So, yeah, like, that's the thing about vehicles. They get to a point. Well, look at all the lights on these. Oh, wow, look, log truck fest. Holy jeez. The big black truck. All going for loads of logs. They must have all left at the same time. I'm not sure where they're hauling from. Not too far from here, but far enough, I guess. Got Pepsi. Son of a... I knew I forgot something. No, I didn't. It's in here. It's in here. I didn't forget. Did I forget? Did I forget my water? I'm all paranoid now. Hang on. I gotta do some feeling. But anyway, no, the brakes are gonna be like, okay, no, I got everything. Better stay on the road though. Gotta stay on my side of the road though. That's the rule. That's the rules. Right? So, but yeah, so what I gotta do, what the decision is if I have to say get a master cylinder, which is extremely expensive, just the labor in putting that thing in and all the brake, even though it's only 2 brake lines, because it's only disc brakes in the front. Kind of reminds me of Brutus there. Yeah, the brake lines, it's just 2 brake lines in the front, but hooking up a master cylinder, like, if you've ever done it before, it's a pain in the ass. You know, like it's a lot of bending. You know, you get kind of like one kick at the can to bend it right. If not, like you can't reverse bend it. So usually it works out okay, but it's a tedious job. It's a tedious job, which tedious means laborly expensive, right? So the thing is that I don't think it's the parts that are going to kill me, it's the labor, right? So I'm looking at about $700-800 just to do the rear brakes and the emergency brake and the cable and all that. And two, because in the back, like, if I get away with just the shoes, that's one thing, right? But I don't know that yet. If I have to replace the drums in the back, you're looking at $150 a side, right? I know it's only a Honda Civic, but still, it's that expensive. And parts haven't gotten cheaper probably since I had the quote. I still have the quotes, and I think they're good for like a year. So as long as the price don't go up, I'm okay. If it goes down, great, but if it goes up, you know, it's more expensive. So I'm already, just for the back, a better part of $1,000 just to do the back, right? Now to redo the front, I may have to get new pads and rotors again, if, at least on one side anyway. Well, I'd have to do both pads, but if what happened was the piston came out of the caliper and came out too far, and then, like, sometimes what happens is they come out too far and then they get gerbiled a bit, and then what happens is they jam, then you wear out your brake, okay, and then what happens is they start to come out too far, and when they come out too far, then you blow your piston or something like that, and when it comes in, it ends up shearing stuff, and then you get a leak. So that's what happens a lot of times when you do your only do your pads and your rotors, you know, on an old vehicle particularly. But on a newer vehicle, you usually don't have that problem. But that usually, when you do one, you should do everything. Maybe you get like 2 sets of pads per rotor. Maybe you get 4 sets of pad per caliper, whatever. Depends on where you're driving. If you're driving in a city, you're just better off to do everything. You do get money back for your brake calipers, because they do refurbish them, right? And a lot of times it's just like the caliper body itself is fine. It's the piston and the O-ring, or that rubber seal, or whatever, if you want to call it an O-ring, whatever you, it's not really an O-ring, it's like a rubber seal, right? That's usually what goes. That's where you get your leaks and everything, right? So I guess once I know what the price is, that will, you know, like, solve the problem. But like, to work on it myself, I don't have the tools, I don't have the shop space. If I had a garage, yeah, sure, it takes me 3 months to fix my own brakes, fix my own truck. Who cares, right? It's inside. You can set parts on the bench and just, you know, work at it as you work at it. But in -20, even minus, like today is only -7, your hands will be froze every, it's got no lights on that trailer. Oh, there goes Savannah. He ain't got no lights on that trailer. It's a good thing I wasn't behind him with the silver pellet. I would have went right into him. That's why I never follow too close. But yeah, so that's the fate of the silver pellet, is really just I got $3,700 sitting in my bank account now, and I'll probably have more by the end of March, right? And right now, you know, everything's a time bomb. You know, like, look, I spent $6,000 plus on you know, my truck, right? And I got 11 months out of that. This, I got a year out of it, just, you know, for $400 plus the tires. So I'm under $1,000 for that car, minus the insurance and gas and stuff like that. So that car has made me a lot of money, right? And I could probably still sell that car for at least $300 for parts. Well, I wouldn't take any less than $5 because of the new tires on it. and I probably even know the guy I could sell it to would be the mechanic. Say, hey, you want to buy my car? But I just put the new tires on. How about you give me 500? And then you get the tires and the rims, you know, because he's got a Honda Civic too, and he's always looking for Honda Civics for parts, right? So I said, you got a spare engine there, spare transmission. 500 is a pretty good deal. Maybe you'll say, well, what about 450? Okay, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. 400, no. Because I'll get, if I pull the tires off of it, which is a pain in the ass, but I can do it, that's easy to do, just pain in the ass this time of year. I'm gonna get at least 250 for the tires, 200 to 250 for the tires, with the rims ready to go. So there's gonna be people like, they're gonna jump on that deal no matter what. You know, like people are poor in my area, so when they get a good deal, these are brand new tires, less than, well, these are like brand new tires. They're only about, what, not even a month and a half of me driving on them. Maybe 2 months of me driving on them. Max, you know, for 250, half price, almost half price is new, right? With the rims, you know what I mean? And then I'll probably get 250 for the, so I can get, say 250 for the tires, and I'll probably get 250 for the car as scrap. Hurts me to say that, but there's 500 bucks, right? So here, buy the whole thing, 500 bucks. You know, I think that'd be pretty good. That's if I have to go that route, and then at least a zero out. You know, you lose money with a vehicle no matter what, even if it's brand new. The second you buy it, you lose money, but you lose less.